This chapter shows the tragic consequences of Israel unbelief. After the spies returned with the report, the people rebel, refuse to enter the promised land, and as a result, God sentences them to wander for 40 years in the wilderness. Yeah, that was a heavy one, okay? Let's start with the first section. Israel complains and rejects God's plans. God's plan. Verses 1 to 4, okay? The people weep and grumble all night after hearing the spies' report. They say, "We wish we had died in Egypt or in the wilderness." They accuse God of bringing them to die and say they should choose a new leader and return to Egypt, okay? Lessons from this: fear leads to rebellion, especially when trust in God is weak. Especially when trust in God is weak. Rejecting God's plan often sounds like going backward, okay? So let's jump onto the next section, which explains about Moses, Aaron, Joshua, and Caleb respond, verses 1 to 10, okay? Moses and Aaron fall face down before the people. Joshua and Caleb tear their clothes and say, "The land is exceedingly good. If the Lord is pleased with us, he will give it to us. Do not rebel. The Lord is with us." The people want to stone them, but God's glory appears at the tabernacle. Okay, lessons. In standing for truth is costly but necessary. Faithful voices may be rejected when fear dominates the crowd. Okay, so the next session talks about God's judgment and Moses' intersection, verses 11 to 25. God says, "How long will these people treat me with contempt?" He threatens to destroy them and make a new nation through Moses. Moses pleads for mercy, reminding God of his reputation among other nations and his character, okay? And the Lord is slow to anger, abounding in love. Forgive, I pray, okay? Yeah, that's what he said. God forgives, but says, "No one of those who saw my glory and rejected me will enter the land. Only Caleb and Joshua will enter." Lessons: intersection can delay judgment, but doesn't always remove consequences, okay? Unbelief shuts people out of God's promises. So the next section, the sentence, 40 years of wandering, verses 26 to 38. God declares that everyone 20 years and older who complain will die in the wilderness. Yeah, that's heavy. For the 40 days the spies explore, they will wander 40 years. Yeah, never complain in your life, you see. The 10 spies who spread fear die immediately by plague. Joshua and Caleb live, the only faithful ones. Lessons: disobedience can delay or destroy what God had planned for us. Faith sustains even with surrounded by fear. Okay? A last minute rebellion. Okay? Let's talk about this section. Sorry, my arms tired of holding the camera. Okay, the last minute rebellion. Okay, verses 39 to 45. The people mourn and try to go up into the land anyway, saying, We are ready now. Moses warns them not to go. God is not with them. They go anyway and are defeated by the Amalekites and Canaanites. Amalek. I think it's. I think it's. Amalek. Now let's discover this real quick, because I don't remember the pronunciation of it. Okay, let's take a look at it right now.
Amalekites and Canaanites.
Amalekites and Canaanites.
Amalekites and Canaanites.
They go anyway and are defeated by the Amalekites and Canaanites. Okay, let's take a look at the lessons. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. Going without God is just as dangerous as refusing to go with Him. Themes and lessons from Numbers 14. Unbelief has real consequences. Israel lost the blessing of the promised land because they wouldn't trust God. Okay? Second, faith is the key to inheriting God's promises. Caleb and Joshua believed and were the only ones who entered. Third, God forgives, but He also disciplines. Forgiveness doesn't always mean escape from consequences. Fourth, God's timing must be followed. You can't force your way into His promises once the window closes, okay? So the conclusion of this is Numbers 14 is sobering reminder that faith matters deeply to God. Israel stood on the edge of blessing, but Israel stood on the edge of blessing, but let fear overrule faith, okay? And it cost them an entire generation. It's a call for us today to trust God fully, follow Him promptly, and not let the fear rob us of what He has promised. Don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell too, and I see you in the next one.